time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah.
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, move on to treat, yeah. Keep listening.
Zoom, zoom. Hello and welcome in to another week of your show. My name is Gary, still very overweight, still hating myself for it, but still loving those bologna sandwiches done 4 ways, so I can't really complain. And Monday's almost over, so we got that going for us. This right here, still as far as we know, the only show originating from Saskatoon, going live 4 to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday, scheduled viewing, just like we grew up with. We're so proud and grateful to be able to say that to kick off each and every show, because it's very, very special. That's how you become the voice of a city. You make sure you get out there every day and continue to talk about all the stuff going on in the city. It's very simple, very easy, and that's what we're all about around here. We also have a camera, but she is really lurking right now. This is going to be sort of a darker Maggie cam, if you will. We got Dragon on the ones and twos today. Dragon, let's go ahead and check out what Marge is up to. Look at her. Looks like she's like ready to pounce on something. Hiding in the shadows. This may be like her supervillain alter ego. Oh, there. At your spot, but don't go too far. No, stay. Stay, girl. For the love of God, stay. All right, we got this. The Maggie Cam for our incredible friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. And she's out. Okay, that's all right. Too many cool things going on. When you walk into those majestic doors, you will meet Margaret's beautiful boyfriend, Leroy. He is their greeting dog there. He takes you up to the front counter, and then once there, things just keep getting better. Okay, your shopping experience will include so many amazing things, including, check us out, buckle up collars. Yeah, that's your collar, girl. Check that out. Oh, now we're getting a fluffy, what's a fluffy butt cam? I also like this one too. Buckle up collars with matching leashes. This is the Marvel Comics one, which is very, very cool, as Marge is very nerdy. Look at her hit her spot. She knows now. Well done. Good girl. As well, all the food and treats and toys your heart desires, as well as outfits. And they have the raw food in the fridges at the back, right next to the best cleaning station of all of Saskatoon, as it is almost dirty puppy season. Head on over to Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, and they will take care of you. You can also go after hours. Kirsten Shar or Chris will be there. And on weekends, that's at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Ooh, it's about to go out. You see that? A little adjustment. Now this is the part of the show where I try to do my flight attendant. Easy in, easy out. In, out. Buckle up collars. Best in the biz. All right, we got a lot to get to today, as Mondays around here are slowly becoming Emily May Mondays. If we're lucky, she may even join us on the back half of this incredible show today. Right now, we're going to talk to a guy who had himself one hell of a weekend. You know him as the co-host of the Commander Cookout podcast. He is a family member here, station manager, YouTube manager, everything manager, the guy that yells at us for doing everything all the time. His name is Network Ryan. Ooh. Man, the crowd really blows up for you every time you come on, eh?
I suck.
Hey, you know who doesn't suck? Those Oilers.
Oh.
Woo! Back, what is it, like 3 in a row, 4 in a row now?
I almost did this. And
That
then
was
looked
the wrong
down and
one.
remembered I was not wearing an Oilers shirt.
Go Jays, though. That's another thing that's heating right up.
Yeah, they won today.
Oh, even Dragon's pissed off. Look at that.
Yeah, they won
Easy,
today.
Dragon.
It was good.
Go Jays, go. Tell us about your weekend, young man. You had a hell of a big one.
Yeah, I wanted to, as you say, stone 2 birds at once.
Nice.
But it ended up, I tried to stone 3 birds at once.
Don't be greedy.
I ended up trying to stone 4 birds at once.
Way too greedy. That never works.
I ended up stoning just 1 bird.
Well, you know, that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. No,
If you're a baseball player, what's that? You're hitting 250.
it's not that great. It's not
It's
getting
above the Mendoza line.
yeah.
Trying to be positive
That's
here. You're not
getting you
helping me.
It's not getting you the $100 million contract.
No, it's definitely not.
We went down. It was a family thing this weekend. It was the Oilers game that we bought for my son for Christmas. We got tickets and put them like in an envelope on the tree, and he opened them up and read the tickets and stuff. Right?
That's the dream right there.
and we went for face-to-face games, 2-day tour stop, which, Commander Cookout partnered with face-to-face games for the Canadian Magic the Gathering Tour.
Business daddies.
It was my brother's birthday on the Sunday.
I did not know that layer was thrown into this.
Yes, and because we were in Edmonton, it was my brother's birthday, we told my little guy, we're going to go to the water slides, we're going to get a cabana, we're going to spend the day there, etc. That's the part that didn't happen because my brother's actually working on his birthday, but we still did all the other stuff.
Okay.
We did everything else. We hopped in the car, picked him up from school at lunchtime, so he got to miss half the day of school, which is the best when you're in grade 2.
Jackpot. Get me the hell out of here.
How cool do you feel?
Mm-hmm.
And we drove to Edmonton, stayed in Sherwood Park. Rebecca's girlfriend, she was in our wedding party, that kind of stuff, and drank 7,000 beer.
Again.
Her husband's name is Ryan. He went to the same school as I did, and he was my neighbor. And him and I married best friends.
Hold on a second.
Practically the same guy.
Could this be a Highlander-esque situation? Are you and him like the same person and you have to kill the other one and get the powers?
Head off, yes. Yep.
So you got his powers?
I got his powers.
Double Ryan. All right. Now we're cooking.
Yep.
And an extra wife.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You better put the head back on, buddy. Back away slowly.
Yeah. You put some spit on it and stick it back on.
That'll work.
So the next day I got up like 6 in the morning, drove into Edmonton, did the face-to-face games. It was a 2-day tour stop, which is, we've talked about it before on the show, a tour stop for Magic the Gathering, nerdy game. But people are playing. They're trying to qualify for the Tour Championship, which happens in... The Western Tour Championship happens in November this year. It's in Calgary again, like it was last November. And then Sunday was a new competitive type thing that they're calling the Alberta Provincial Championship. Lots of Saskatoon guys played in that. I don't know how they did yet because I haven't checked the results because I was driving all last night. We left the venue where I was working at around 11:30 and went to the mall. Water slided.
They both work for me.
Yeah. Water slided for about 4 hours. Went hard. Probably went down 50 slides.
That's a good shift.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, we were all dying. Dehydrated, sore legs.
Everything.
Breathing in the chlorine air.
Yeah.
And just doing the stairs, bringing up tubes.
Cool.
We did the whole thing. And I'll let you know.
Still as awesome as I remember.
Yes.
Good.
But now we, like the grown-ups, have to pay for it. And I'm sure it was expensive then when our parents took us.
Yeah.
Like it opened in the 80s, didn't it? Like 1984, I think, the mall opened. I don't know if World Water Park opened then, but I think it was 1984 the mall opened.
You can't open that place up without the water park. It's like one of the main attractions.
Yeah. So we went, family of 3, $201.
Oh, sorry, you got fact checked.
1986. Yeah, sorry.
The bigger number here, $200.
Yep. For a family of 3, about $65 a person.
And that's without any of your snacks or your drinky poos or anything.
Correct. And we didn't get a towel. I thought that you could just grab towels when you're in there.
No.
Also, I don't know if you have to pay for towels.
Dude, I'll tell you.
But we didn't have towels.
If you ever ask yourself that question, do I have to pay for this? Just remember the $1 Million Man. Everybody has a price. Everybody has a... What's that? Wait for it.
No towels?
No towels? Bring your own towels.
Steal towels from your hotel room.
$1 Million Man says everybody, and now we can add everything has a price. Bring your own towels.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. I used my wife's shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, she had a couple of them because she stole my new Oilers sweater that I bought.
Go Oilers, go.
Also expensive. So we went to the Oilers game.
Here we go.
Versus the Stars.
This is what I want to get.
Oilers, good team.
Yes.
Good team. Maybe top 3 favorites for Stanley Cup. Really good.
Yeah, they were really slumping there last month or so, but you got them back on the up and up.
Yeah, you know what? They lost 3 games to open the season. And then after the All-Star or the Four Nations break they lost 3 in a row, which is the only 2 times that they've lost 3 in a row, because then they won 1, and then they lost 5 in a row.
Then people start getting worried.
Yeah, then they won 1, and then they lost 1. We watched them play the Stars. The Stars, another very good team that people are expecting to go deep into the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah. And the Oilers were pounding them, slapping their lips into the dirt, giving them face wash. It was 4-1. 4-1.
Hell of a game.
And then the Stars put up 3 in the third period.
Not so much. Not so much fun anymore.
It ended up that the game was 4-3, 5-4.
5-4, I think so.
I think it was 5-4.
Either way.
It was intense. And my good friend Brad, Rusty Trom Jones.
I love Rusty
there.
Trom Jones. I was meaning to send you guys a message to give him a big hug and a slap on the wiener or something to let him
There
know how
was
much
hugging
I miss him.
and wiener
I love
slapping
that guy
for sure.
That guy is one of my favorite dudes.
Yeah.
And when he was here, we were talking, setting something up here, like for the show here, for your show. I don't know what it would be, but I'd love to get Rusty Trom Jones on here like once every couple weeks.
Get him
just
on.
let him
He's
go.
the Oilers insider.
He's my guy.
Yeah, he loves the
Love
Oilers
him.
so much. I was telling my little guy, we were sitting there before the game. Players come out.
Oh, yeah.
The music's pumping. Hey,
Getting amped up.
in Rogers Place, it's a pretty new stadium. Like
Hell
only
yeah.
the last 8. It's only 8 years old.
They say it's the nicest in North America.
She's pretty nice.
When it was
nice.
built. It's
Yeah.
probably changed by now. But
For sure. And you know what? I said to my little guy, I'm sitting right beside him. Brad's on the other side of him. I say, look at Brad loves the Oilers and he loves hockey so much. Look at he's been to like 100 Oilers games and he's still filming guys coming
taking
out. And he's
everything.
like, oh, look, there's McDavid.
that's awesome.
Yeah, if you want to ever see a 39-year-old man look and a 7-year-old boy.
Look the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So what had happened, it's like 3-4 minutes left in the third period. The Stars get up. They're 1 goal away. And 1 goal lead is the worst lead in hockey.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible to have a 1 goal lead.
You get on your heels. You're trying
Yeah.
to defend and you don't play your game normally.
So my little guy, that 1 goal lead goal comes in, number 4 for the Stars or whatever. He slumps down in his chair.
No.
Oh, he's just defeated. And
Yeah.
Brad's watching him. Brad goes, hey, look at no slumping. Listen,
That's
when
right.
we cheer, when the crowd cheers, the players hear that. This is
That's right.
their house. This is their crowd. They get amped up. Come on, we got to cheer. And oh my Lord, if you want to see like a 7-year-old with one of those like funny veins on his head like anime characters get, like, man, he was into it. He was yelling, let's go.
Dude.
Let's go.
Rusty Trom Jones is like Rudy Rudiger out there. eh?
Yeah.
Just firing the boys up.
He was.
That's so sweet.
And man, the last few minutes, like empty net for the Stars, 6-on-5.
Crowd
There
going
was
nuts.
there was opposite blue line shot that hit the post.
Everything
Would have
you
put
ever
us
wanted.
up by 2.
Yeah.
We got everything that we wanted except an empty netter. And at the end of the day, we said, hey, listen, like that game was sure stressful, and it's awesome seeing the bad guys get pounded.
Yes.
But a close game makes for better stories.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
drove us through that one. And that's a hell of a time. So a very successful weekend.
I think so. Yeah, we had a ton of fun. I owed my little guy a bunch of money for like scoring goals in his hockey league, and or getting assists.
Yeah,
Just as
points,
important,
man. I'm with ya.
making plays and being a difference maker, right? So
Yeah.
he had some cash. We went to the Lego store.
There it is.
The Lego store when you're 7.
Easy Dragon. Lego
Just
store
about
now. He was there.
Yeah.
Same store.
Even when you're in your 30s.
Yeah.
The Lego store is pretty good.
Lego store.
They
Man.
had-
Legos.
They had a
Everyone loves
Lamborghini.
Legos. Yeah.
They had a Lamborghini there.
Legos. And
Yeah.
the wheels move.
Yeah, there's a button you can start up the Lamborghini, and it's
This is good.
super cool.
Do
That
you
was
have the
the weekend.
controller? Do you have the controller here?
I got a controller.
Yeah, I got you. Thank
I
you.
got a controller. What's going on?
This is good. We lost camera too. Again, it's been doing this a little bit. It's all good.
What kind of cut rate production is this? Who's in charge
Well,
of this?
this is the good part. Is we are almost done with this first portion of the show. There it goes. Don't trust it. It's going to reset, dog. Look at this. See, live.
didn't
This
trust
is
it.
the beauty of live. We say this all the time. If this were to happen anywhere else, someone would be getting yelled at, somebody getting slapped, somebody getting fired. Here,
Oh, they will
we
be. It's
laugh
just-
at this.
They,
Oh,
w-
we're
they
doing
will
that now?
be. I'm just on air right now.
I ain't doing it. This guy will do it. So just to close, you got to talk to all of your face-to-face guys, and you
Did.
got to check in, and everyone's still loving what CCO's doing.
Yep. And further to that, I talked to Uncle Kelly.
Uncle Kelly.
He was on Commander Cookout and Commander History podcast with me back in January.
Okay.
And we were talking about an upcoming charity tournament that our good friend Thomas does. It's
Oh,
Magic the Gathering.
hold on. It's like the no goodsies. No, it's the yuckies.
Trash.
Trash.
Yep, the
The
trash,
trash
anti Commander
anti.
tournament.
Trash anti. I was close.
Yep. Yep. So you play heads up and you try and win each other's cards.
Yeah.
And you can make donations to win your cards back. And
Very
it all
cool.
goes to Jim Pattison's Children's Hospital Foundation.
Doing good things and having them happen to you.
Yep.
This is
And
it.
so we were talking about getting some prize support for that. And we were talking about just kind of amping that up through some of the national channels that Face-to-Face
Building.
Games has.
Yes.
Super exciting because that is a charity that directly impacts kids in Saskatoon,
here.
right?
That's what it is.
Right?
Same with
And-
Hockey Helps the Homeless. Those are our favorite charities, the ones that raise here and stay here.
Yep, yep. And
That's the way to do it.
I've been to the Jim Pattison Hospital with my son a couple times, running into the counter and splitting his head open, and,
You know,
and the
the
doctors,
use.
the nurses, all the stuff, all the care that you get
It's
there
awesome.
that's tailored directly for kids.
Yeah.
Even things like waiting rooms and where the different rooms are located is specifically designed for like emergent child services. Very thoughtful building because it's all colored and there's lights and there's different stuff on the walls, even in the
It's cool.
elevators, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Raising money for good causes. We're all about around here. Network Ryan, thank you for updating us on your weekend. I'm happy you made it back. I'm happy you got to talk to all the important people out there. And you got to have a lovely weekend with your family, which is also very good. And you got to see Rusty Trom Jones, which makes me very happy.
And the Oilers won. That was like
And
that
the
was
Oilers won.
that was paramount for
No
like
kidding.
like kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, it'd be a lot different trip if they lost for sure. I feel what you're saying. Next time we get you back on, we'll talk Blue Jays.
Let's do it.
Almost that time.
Almost.
Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Network Ryan. I believe now we are going to hop right into another previously recorded segment brought to you by our good friends at Bloom Entertainment and 3 Hall. Let's take her away, Dragon. Our journey to bring music back to Broadway with our friends at 3 Hall and Bloom Entertainment never stops giving. And I mean that because it's not just musicians that come through now. No. We got top-notch comedians in the house. Danny Knight right here. Joel Jeffries right here. And we got something really, really cool that's going on, okay? And I'm very excited for this. I'm not going to try to explain it because I'm not very good at explaining things. So why don't you, Danny, go ahead and tell us what's going on next Saturday, March 15th at 3 Hall.
Yeah, we got a great.
Get right in there.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
all good. All good.
Hello. I'm here now. Yeah, we got a really cool show, really cool format. If you guys like Kill Tony, you're gonna love this show here.
Yes.
We're gonna have 10 comedians give us 5 minutes before a panel of judges, the council of comedians, and then we're gonna roast them, maybe toast them, and learn a little bit about the comedians here in Saskatoon.
I love it.
Yeah.
You and I don't know your story as much, but I know you've been around comedians a lot in this city, my friend.
I've been around a lot of
yeah.
comedians.
And the ability to showcase like this, maybe talk a little bit about that. When we bring the 3 Hall music acts in, we always talk about the importance of open mic nights and how it's not just a place for you to get your reps in, but also a place where you can come together and basically connect with like-minded people. And a lot of bands form out of those, open mic nights. Is it the same sort of thing when it comes to open mics for comedians?
Yeah, I mean, you want to be out and be around and
Be
be
present.
exposed to
Yes.
jokes. And being around your industry is always a good thing, right? So,
I totally agree.
yeah.
And this is a very special format. If you haven't seen Kill Tony, basically, it's exactly what you said. Tony Hinchcliffe gets people to sign up before the show, and then they draw names, and these people go up and they sort of do their thing. We actually have a member of our family here, my man, Uncle Grandma, who hosts a show every Sunday, 7 p.m., Uncle Grandma's Story Time.
Ooh,
He actually made it on stage with Kill Tony
nice.
Oh, wow.
in Calgary. And he walked in there, and he was pretty lit up. And pretty much right when he got there, he just got a big chug of liquor. And then he heard his name. And so he gets called up, and he's like, oh, man, I'm not a comedian. What he is a drummer. So he's drummed for 38 different bands, and that's sort of what his show is about, just stories from the road,
Yeah.
from touring with all these bands. So he went up there and made some sort of joke, and it was whatever, and, they roasted him a little bit. But what he really wanted to do was have a Mexican drum-off.
Oh, sick. That's cool.
And
So did he
so-
get to do that? Did
Yeah,
they-
with Joel Humberto.
Oh, right on.
And he got up there, and it's great. Like, you can see it on YouTube. And he technically didn't win, but he got more cheering from the crowd. And then Tony, of course, said, well, Canadians always cheer for their own. So he didn't actually get the gig and move down to,
Right.
and do the thing. But it's so cool to hear him talk about the process of that, because he went up there and he had this idea for the drum off where he was going to put the drumstick through his pants, out his fly, and then do like a blast beat through, so it's sort of like a wiener blast beat. But the pants he was wearing wouldn't allow him to do so. So on the fly, he sort of flipped it around and he got going. It was really, really cool. But the doors things like this can open for people that create content.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Like
Yeah.
you're giving people their shot, right?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Everything starts little. Everything like that's probably what they said about Kill Tony when he first started too.
Kill Tony is the world's most watched
incredible.
podcast,
It's
live
incredible.
podcast,
Yeah.
right? We're going to be doing the world's least watched.
For now. For now. I will tell you, we do have the ability to set up some sort of on location gimmick where we could record these things.
Right.
And we could broadcast these live. We
Yeah.
have those capabilities here.
I mean, it's a good opportunity to get seen, to get
Yeah.
some like real time evaluation on your jokes.
That's it.
You might not like the evaluation.
That's where the fun comes in, right?
It might hurt your feelings a little bit.
A
I don't
little
know.
bit. You gotta have thick skin.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I wouldn't recommend like your buddy Uncle Grandma. Yeah, don't come if you want to have a drum off.
So no drum setup.
I don't know.
All we got
fair.
is two
Yeah.
cajones, so that's all we can do.
Well-
a cajon off, if you will. Who's got the biggest cajon?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I would probably watch that actually. I'm a big fan of cajones.
Yeah, it'll be. I mean, it's going to be fun
Super
and
fun.
entertaining.
That's what it's all
regardless.
about,
And
yeah.
this is actually 5 times better than Kill Tony because you get 5 minutes.
And that's the other thing. So you can actually now let's dig into that a little bit. What kind of rules are there for your 5 minutes? Are there any like restrictions, or is it just go get them?
Go get him. Go get him. I mean, like, preferably no N-word. You know what I mean? That's always kind of my golden rule.
Setting the bar really.
You know, unless you're black, then go right ahead, right for sure. But like, if you're not black, maybe don't, maybe don't.
Maybe don't lean into it too much.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah.
So what would you look for? What would impress you? Like what are some of the things that people need to be like, all right, I'm not getting roasted today.
Absolutely love a good joke.
But sometimes it's as simple as that, right?
I
Like
mean,
really
that's really
it is.
all we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's true. It doesn't matter if it's a lie. It doesn't matter if you just thought it up. You know, a well-crafted joke
Yeah, it's
is
great.
always great.
I'm looking
yeah.
forward to actually. I'm really happy that Joel's on the show because whenever me and Joel are at open mics or at comedy shows, like Joel's always nudging me in the shoulder, having like a little add-on to a joke
yeah.
we're watching. So I can't wait to actually see you on when we get to that part of the show when we're just like roasting them, talking about
It's
their
not
jokes.
too late. I'm old now, man. I get tired after 9. So.
Well, the first hour of the show will be great. Second hour,
Red hot.
we got Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
If he wakes up, you know you're doing good.
True.
That's what it'd be. That could be sort of the gimmick. So when you're talking to these up and coming comedians, is there any sort of tips you want to make sure you sort of pound home? Like I'm trying to compare it to the open mics with the musicians, how, and I know you're not getting roasted when you're doing it, but getting your reps and you're learning so much that people, whenever they come in here, they always talk about the importance of reps and the importance of trying new things and learning what works.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's sort of the same here.
Yeah, totally love pounding comedians. 100%. Come here and they pound you. It's great.
You get pounded. You know, you get pounded while you're pounding. It's
A good pounding.
Yeah, it's Pound Town,
Screw my
really.
lips up. A good pounding can teach you a lot, though, right?
No, for sure. I always love like
Wait,
me.
what are we talking about?
We'll get there.
No, but before, the future OnlyFans that we're starting. That's what we're talking about.
Well, me and one of the other panelists, Sean Cuthand, he actually got on Kill Tony too, and like
that's amazing.
when before they moved out of California. Yeah, so that's really cool. So he's gonna be.
How
there.
did he do?
He did. He was just starting. He just
learned
did
a
comedy
lesson.
for a year.
Yeah.
went there and was like, and got his shot, and then blew it. No, just jokes.
But you think about that, though, right? You learn so much. Whether you bomb or if you do great, you're going to learn so much, man.
Yeah. So, but me and him have created a bunch of open mics because we really want to see new voices in the space and stuff like that. And also, like, Indigenous voices are really cool. We're always trying to encourage people to come out.
Yes.
Even non-Indigenous people are kind of cool. Just kidding. Just kidding. I love everybody so much, but I like making jokes too. But yeah, so it's always about having new comedians telling new stuff. It's always, everybody has their own point of view. And if you can make a well-crafted joke from a really unique point of view, then you got something, you know what I mean? So we're always kind of looking for that. And one of the things I notice about new comedians is that they always talk super fast and they're super fidgety, right? Fidgety? That's a word.
We'll allow it, sure.
Fidgety? How many syllables, Joel?
Too many.
Too many syllables. So my always advice to new comedians is plant yourself
and slow down.
Yeah.
You got to hear the words, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and anytime you're getting started on anything new, you're going to be terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, there are rare exceptions, you know, some
Yeah.
guys.
There's some Gretzky's out there.
But
There always is, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just going to be, it's going to be tough. You might do really, like my first time on stage, I did really well. And then every time after that, I did really well. No, I didn't. But my first time was great, and I got addicted, and I was like, "Oh, this is easy." And then you have your first bomb, and you're like, "Oh,
Ooh, that's why people don't.
okay." So maybe you get lucky, and you bomb first time, and then you quit, and then that's that.
Now you know. Now you know you can do it.
But I mean, yeah, everything's got like a learning curve to it, right? So, if it's your first time and you're coming out to the kill, what are we calling it?
We killed
killed
Tony.
Tony.
We
That
killed
was
Tony.
We killed Tony.
Yeah, we wanted to like plagiarize, but still not get
That's
cease and
right.
desisted. So
Fine line.
close enough.
Perfect.
Right. And it's Tony with an I and a heart. So it's fine. It's fine.
The proper
It's
way.
a differentiation that it's not plagiarism. But if it's your first time, yeah, it might be brutal.
Yeah.
But also, we've all been there. You've been there. Sean's been there. We've all
Yeah.
been on stage our first time. It's not like we're
That's-
watching you suck and being like, well, there's no excuse for that. It's your first time. You should have clearly. If it's somebody who's been on stage for years and they bomb,
Then
it's
you
like,
can-
Then, you know,
Fair
look
game.
out, you
Fair
know?
game.
Reach the dog
Yeah.
door.
But so you got to learn how to do like anything.
Yeah.
You know.
You have to have that thick skin.
Yeah, totally.
You have to be able to take criticism.
Yeah.
And if you can't, you're not made for it.
Thick
And
skin is a thing that's very common these days. A lot of people have a lot of resilience. I've noticed, especially if you ever go on the internet, a lot of people just have really well-rounded senses of humor. They can take a joke. They're very good with criticism. I just find the internet to be such an open place, a great forum for interactive dialogue that's very proactive.
So proactive.
And just great. I just find it's really holistic, life-giving. I go online and I read the comments. I'm just like, man, I'm ready to tackle my day now.
I feel so good after reading all these comments.
I love myself again.
Yeah, this is great.
Oh man, dude, this is so fun. Like I love stuff like this. So what happens when someone does really good? Is there like going to be winners? Is there going to be like a come on back to the next one type of situation?
Yeah, whoever wins the show gets a 3-month residency at Las Vegas.
3 months
Residency,
residency
yeah.
on Broadway somewhere
well,
Circuit on the circuit, hell yeah.
at all the open mics.
all the open mics.
Hosting without getting paid. We're gonna do this right.
We're going to do this right. Well, there's talks with 3 all about doing like an alternating kind of show. So 1 month it'll be Kill Tony, and 1 month it'll be a comedy showcase. So I assume they'll get a nice little fat
love
spot
that.
on that comedy showcase the
Nice.
next month. But that still has to be worked out. Right now, it's just
Yeah.
for glory.
And
just for
reps.
glory and laughs.
And reps, you guys. I've done this long enough, and like you guys have too. When you just keep going, like I was saying earlier, we have a live show here that we do every. Oh, there's another work email. A live show that we do Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. Rain or shine, we do it, and that started on April 5th, and we haven't missed a show.
Nice.
And the first 3 months, garbage. Like I can't watch it. I can't. I look
Is
at
it
how
still
far
online,
we've
though?
come.
Can we
Oh
go
yeah,
back?
yeah.
Okay.
But don't
I'm gonna
do
check
it.
those
No,
out today.
I'm going to
It's-
do a react.
yeah. It's well,
I'm
bring
gonna
it.
go in the comments and be super
Really
positive,
nice.
just like everyone on the internet.
This puke bucket I bought. Totally don't need it. This is great. But the growth that you see from just sitting down here and getting through the jitters and becoming comfortable with what you're doing, it's so important. Like that's what school is for a lot of people. When you want to get in this business, you go out there and you do reps. That's how you learn. You sit down and you do it every frickin' day. And this type of thing isn't just a situation where you walk in and you get a rep in. You get a rep in with someone coaching you and telling you how to actually improve. And the value of that is just unbelievable.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Boys, I'm
We
telling
don't know
you,
yet.
I
We
mean, it might be helpful.
It could be helpful.
I'm telling you from a guy who's in it, the stuff you're doing, I say it all the time. You have to do good things if you want them to happen to you, and how karma is very real. This whole place was built on just following like universal signs and callings, like just doing good things, helping people out. Then all of a sudden they come in here, and before you know it, they're putting cameras together for you, and they're putting lights up, and they're insulating garages.
There's something really special about seeing that growth, hey? And
It's
like knowing
wild.
and being a part of it.
Yeah.
It's so rewarding.
And I say that to people all the time about this place, is that our biggest hurdle that we need to overcome is convincing people for the first time in your life, and probably the only time, this will be the only too good to be true situation that actually is. I don't want anything from anyone except to see others succeed.
Hell yeah.
Because when others succeed, we all grow and we all rise. And it's so cool to have that mindset, because once people come in here and they realize that, then it's like, oh shit. And then they just go. Like,
Yeah.
we're doing so much crazy shit in here. And it's all because we just want to do good. And this is another great example of that. Giving opportunity to others.
Right.
It's beautiful, man.
You sound exactly like all the comment sections. I
I was missing a few key words in there, I think, but you get the idea.
Yeah,
so
yeah. No,
here we
that's
go.
great, man.
March 15th, 3 Hall, it's happening. Is there tickets, all that stuff?
Yeah,
What is-
you can get tickets at Bloom Entertainment. So follow them on Instagram. Follow
Yeah.
me on Instagram, Hanover Night SK. Follow Joel Jeffries on Instagram, which is Joel Jeffries
Joel
on
Jeffrey,
Instagram.
comedian. Yeah.
Comedian, yeah.
Hey, promote everything, man. Anything else anyone can find? Yeah, this is your time. Get it all
Yeah.
out there.
Oh, also, yeah, I run an open mic called Full Metal Comedy.
There we go.
We have a show every Sunday at Art Bar, and we have a show every second Thursday at Black Cat. So if you want to try open mic comedy, come check it out. If you want to see some open mic comedy, it's really great. We have comedians from, like, Joel will come in. He's a seasoned comedian.
I'm driving in all the way.
He's driving
from
all the
Lakeview.
way. Lakeview, yeah.
So
you know it's
same
important.
side of the
Big
city,
deal.
but
That's
still,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we
Getting in there.
we get new comedians. So the comedy is all over the place, and some of it's really funny. Some of it's like their first time, but
Which
it's really
also
cute
can
and
be
really
fun,
great.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
So it's cool. And then also for the show, that's kind of the range of comics we have. We have comics who we actually have someone driving in from Regina. Yeah, Peggy Sue.
Okay.
She's a nice grandma who's hilarious.
Yes!
This is really cool.
Oh,
And then
we're gonna light her up.
and then we
Hey,
get,
is that not the dream, being able to rip a grandma and having it be okay? Like, that's the perfect storm for comedy, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I think so.
amazing.
I think-
Yeah.
And then we got people who do shows for Yuck Yucks. We got some music. Actually, Eric Bazawi is going to open up the night with some songs, and he has really hilarious comedy songs. So funny. Funny as like Weird Al Yankovic. Like, it's so great. So
That's
yeah,
my guy.
It's going to be a great night. Super cool. Bloom Entertainment. You can get tickets on their Instagram. You can get tickets on their website.
And Kinger will send me a link, I think, too, for I can put in the description. So
Hell yeah.
I look back like the producers in there right now. Hey, like, you guys got that? Yeah, okay, we're good.
They can't see. They don't know.
Yeah, that's true. These guys. What about you? Anything else? Promote it all, man.
I
You're
don't know.
crushing everything. You guys, this is what I say.
something.
You're like me. You don't want to
You
promote.
could,
It
the
sucks promoting
socials,
ourselves.
Whatever. Google. I'll do your Christmas party. I don't know. I'm really good at.
He's really funny.
Promotion,
One
yeah.
of my favorite comedians, by the way.
Hell yeah. And people. Great man.
And like a mentor too.
Really,
even.
really appreciate. I know this
You
is what
guys
this
are
is it.
full
Well,
of crap.
dude, you know, when you live in the city as long as we have, and you're around all these people, you find the real ones, right? You really do. And that's like this place. One more quick story about this place. We only have 2 rules. One of them is no dicks, no assholes.
What?
I know. I don't know how you guys
Literal
got in.
and
would have to-
I
Metaphorical?
literally walked
well.
in with both of those on me.
Yeah.
Literal, okay. Metaphorically, not cool. And the other one is no politics and no religion. And you will not believe how
Just like the
kind it
internet,
is in here.
right?
Yeah.
Just same rules.
The polar
No
opposite.
porno,
and
no
it wor-
politics, no religion. Everything else is fine.
And it's truly it works so well because everyone comes in here, and once they realize that, it's like, oh, okay, and then you have no issues, and we've created such a great space for that, and I'm so proud of it because it's so hard to do nowadays, you know. So just to keep on that road, it's very cool. So thank you for passing the test, you guys. You did great.
No
We
worries.
did it.
We got
I didn't
in
even
here.
know there was a test.
Yeah, there normally isn't. I just thought it up right now. We killed Tony with a heart on the eye. 3 Hall, March 15th.
It's
Check
gonna be
them
so
out.
badass.
It's going to
So
be
good, so good.
amazing. Danny Knight, Joel Jeffries, thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. And best of luck, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks
Hell
a
yeah.
lot.
So there you go. Maybe, possibly. Wait for it. There you go. This Saturday, Who Killed Tony? One more time. With a heart on the eye, just the way it's supposed to be written. Check out Danny Knight, Joel Jeffries, and the entire evening of awesomeness. Thanks to our friends at 3 Hall. This is the Monday edition of your show. Hope you're having a great finish to your Monday, wherever you are or whatever you are doing. We got a team in here, and we're going to introduce them now for the back end of this show. First off, the host of Emily May's All Up in Your Business, as well as the in-stands host for your West Conference champion Huskies. Yeah. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Emily May. Woo! Woo! That was close. I know it wasn't not the Hardy Cup. That's the football one.
Yeah.
What's the hockey one?
Just Canada West.
Canada West. Thank you. The champs. And you know what the piss off with all that is? I'm just going to get this out real quick.
Let's hear it.
Even though you beat Mount Royal, both teams go to the Natties.
Yeah.
What up with that?
But now we're just better, though.
Yeah, I guess that's what's
So-
up with it. You're going in there with dominance.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very, very good. If you look at the bottom of your screen right now, you will see the viewing room. New episodes every Tuesday. They got a great one coming for you tomorrow. I promise you, we have the co-host of the viewing room in the house right now. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Dragon. My guy. Nothing you can say can take me away from my dragon. You guys remember that song?
No.
My guy. Nothing? Then my mom remembers. Mom knows that one. How you doing, Dragon?
Good.
This is very good. You know what I just realized I did too, and I'm so upset at myself for? I didn't get you to hit the email and the website while you were over there. So we'll just leave that for the end of the show, I
At
guess.
contact@dufferinav.com.
Contact at dufferinab.com. That is the email. This is the theme song. We got to copyright it.
You know,
It's happening. I'm trying to get it set up so when you push the button, it just plays on its own.
A wise man once told me, if you pretend everything is copyrighted, then it will be one day.
Here, here.
And that was just a segue so that Ryan can hit the button.
Do you think he knows which one? Have you taught him
He'll
yet?
figure it out.
Anyways, we'll get to the graphics in a little bit. I do want to say, before anything else, Mobley Llorente, check him out. He is with the Mortgage Group. Think outside the branch. That is their saying. Hit him up, 306-370-5804, newest member of our family here. And we love Mobley and his beautiful family. And we love supporting great people. And he is one of them. And if you want to be like Mobley, send us an email, contact@dufferinab.com. I sent that to like 8 different CRA/ISC people over the last day and a half. Tax season, man. Boy, oh boy. Descriptions. We have links in those descriptions. Yeah, I said descriptions. I'm always getting in shit for saying describes. Like what? Kids nowadays can shorten up every single thing, but I shorten up one thing and they're like, oh, you can't say that. It's descriptions. I actually got yelled at for that. We call it describes around here. Anyone?
No.
No? Do you hate it? Do you hate it?
Yeah. Because it's
Because I'm not young. I'm an old guy. So
non-proper
I can't shrink up words like kids do. Like OMG.
No, it's
Give
just
me a
even
break.
kids have limits to words they'll shrink.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm standing by. In the describes, you will find a link to donate to Hockey Helps the Homeless.
Just double down.
Sitting in the describes. It's right there for you. You click on the link. You can help out with our One Small Step team as we get closer to the big night, March 21st. Merlis Belcher will be playing hockey. We're going to be mic'd up, which I'm very excited for. I got my mic'd up guys here. They are confirming we will be mic'd up for Hockey Helps the Homeless, which is going to be very, 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 very fun. You can make a donation. It stays in this city of ours. Network Ryan and I were talking about that before. Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center, as well as the YWCA and the Friendship Inn, all receiving those donations. So it's raised in the city, stays in the city. We also have the new book out now. Da-da-da. You Can't Stop Love. John Fast is the author there. Our first audio book recorded inside the Tooth Booth. And we're very proud of that bad boy, as well as I'm going to move it over here so we can get a little more love. My buddy John in Bogota, Colombia right now on his world tour for this book. Very exciting. And we have one more donation there for the Seahawk man Callum, as he's looking to get all the stuff that he needs to learn how to go through life in a wheelchair. You want to talk about a change. My man, I was talking to him today. He's working on some really, really cool stuff. And looking very forward to executing all that with him, as he is a beautiful prince and we love him. So all that's in the describes for you to go click if you want to make some donations, get that karma up, and have good things starting to happen to you because you're doing good things. Emily May,
Yes.
you had yourself a weekend, bro.
Yes.
Tell us about the big weekend.
It was very busy,
Busy,
but good
busy?
busy. except Saturday night. It was kind of a hard, sad watch. But, you know,
What was the score Saturday night? Remember?
2-1.
Okay, so it wasn't a
2-1.
blowout. It was
Yeah.
close. Yeah. All right.
Because no one really scored, and then Saskatchewan got their goal, and then we were going into third period, like 1-0. And then last like 5 minutes, I think they got a goal,
Ugh.
and then they got another
Yeah.
one right before. Oh no, we had to go into OT. So our fourth period came around because it's a
Hold on.
20-minute.
They lost an OT?
They lost an OT. It was
Oh.
tied 1-1 because they got it in the like last 5 minutes, MRU. And then the annoying thing, not annoying to me, it was annoying just because 3 periods of hockey, love it. Yeah, a little shootout at the end, okay. But instead, it was fourth period after a 20-minute ice flood, 20-minute period, and it took I think 11 minutes in the fourth period for someone to score, and it was MRU. We lost. And then we
Thank
came back
goodness, yes.
and dominated.
3-0?
3-0.
Woo.
Yeah. Yeah, all in the
Shut
last period.
out.
No goals until the last period. And then it
Go
was just goal,
Huskies,
goal,
go.
goal.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
amazing. So now, and this is the importance of this conversation, when and where are they playing? Do we know this? I should have asked you before. The
You should
Nationals.
have asked me
Where
before
are
so I
Natty's
could
at?
have researched this.
Network Ryan,
Um,
he's usually our Husky guy. Where's Natty's at this year?
Oh, I did know that. It
Ottawa.
is. Yeah, I did know that.
It's exactly like the Memorial Cup. Host.
Mhm.
Does the host team get into like a Mem Cup or no? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Well, Mount Royal gets in even though they lost. That's what I was hinting at earlier,
Yeah.
which is sort of
Because
silly.
they were still second in
Overall,
the entire Canada
yeah.
West League.
But
I guess there's only
Saskatchewan
two.
beat them, so they're going in as the favorites, I imagine. Should
Yes.
be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go Huskies, go!
And with a higher win streak because they got more goals after this weekend. So
Now
they'll
she's
have
really-
a higher percentage.
Look at you go.
I know.
Is this
Spending
stuff?
too much time with
Is
hockey
this
people.
is this stuff that you learned while you were there this weekend?
100%.
Crazy.
No, yeah. Because when I started this season, I was like, I'm just here for the fans. I don't know much about hockey. And
Yeah.
then by the end, I'm like, you know,
Goals
really
for and
into
against
it.
differentials and
Yeah.
talking about possible
Win
tiebreakers.
percentage.
Yeah, man, getting really
Cash
into it.
bets.
So you are
Really.
you are the in stands host
Yeah.
for the dogs.
For the dogs.
You haven't barked in a while. Can
I
you get a bark?
haven't.
Can we get one?
Ruff, 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 ruff. For the
That's-
win. For the win.
That's fair. It wasn't as
Um,
passionate as your first one. Your first one, you just went
no.
wild. That's fair.
I did do it.
You're
on a mic
softening
one
up at your
day.
older age.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
know.
I understand.
Older age.
Dude, literally, like it was what, like 2 months ago, you're rah, 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 Huskies, Huskies.
Yeah.
And now you're like rah, rah, rah.
Rah, rah,
Huskies.
rah.
Sorry, older age. Wrong term. More mature.
Yes.
You become more mature with your barking
With my barks.
for the Huskies. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a fine wine.
You know what I would like to hear though first?
What's that?
Your bark.
Ooh. Can dragons
Can't do
bark?
that to me.
Yeah,
I don't know
did
if
it.
I don't know if dragons can bark.
We just all bark.
That's true.
Dragons.
Oh, he's got
we
something.
want to see if you can.
For the Huskies, bro. Do it for the
the
Huskies.
Huskies.
We're hyper local here. We love our Huskies. See, now that's a bark.
That's the best one yet.
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
That was good.
Totally redeemed himself.
Are you sure you don't need a collar? That's too good.
Get a buckle up collar on.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
not
good to
even. I'm
go.
going
That's
home.
true.
This is
Your
Mother
pet's-
Nature, your pet's natural grocery.
That's it.
Ruff, ruff.
Always promoing. That's what we do. So as the in-stands host, you said something that stood out to me as a guy who did PA announcing for the Rush, and you talked about how much easier the job is to amp up the crowd when the house is packed.
Yes.
You had a blast.
Yes. We're getting up to the semifinals and all that. I was like, oh, this has been fun, but I tried it out. It's not for me, you know, being the in-game host and there was like 300
It's a lot
people
of
in the
work.
crowd. No one's into it. No one's into it. They're just there to watch the people that they know because that's the people that are there.
Mm-hmm.
Then the semifinals come and it's like all the students, everyone in the city is at these games. So
Matt
we
Young
have-
put a video out of the lineup to get in.
Yeah.
He was around the corner, man.
It was
It was
insane.
crazy, yeah.
Like right when the doors opened, it was flooded
Yeah.
already. And the thing is, the student section is first come, first seat.
Ah.
So it was like everything was filled right off the bat. So half the people were standing. And it was sold out every night with an all new
Teams?
sold out. No, like each night
Oh.
it beat the all time record.
A
each
capacity.
night. Capacity, yes.
Ah, sold
So-
out capacity.
Sold out
Now we're
capacity,
cooking.
yes. So
Okay.
a lot of people are standing and all that. But it was like I was saying things to hype up the crowd. and it actually got hype after I said it versus just the sad little one clap in the crowd going, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it was like I was getting louder to then because they were getting loud as
Oh,
I was
yeah.
going. Oh, the words I said it was just like a high.
Yep.
You felt so good. You did that. You created that, you know.
And
But they
everyone's been
didn't.
around those moments where a host of whatever event it is says, "Come on, I know you can do better. Let's get loud." And just no one will give an inch.
No.
And it's just you watch him sink in the quicksand, and then that's the
Yeah.
end of that.
But I think also they can tell when it's natural and not natural.
Very true.
I think that's part of it. Like when we were doing it, the one that really got me was just the attendance record right at the end.
Yeah.
Third period, we're ahead, we're doing this, it's the last game. And I'm like, once again, we have done it. We have sold out the house. I
Woo!
need to hear every
Yeah.
voice in here make
Get on your
some
damn
noise.
feet.
And as I'm doing it, they're just all like, yes!
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things like, woo! I'm getting loud right now. It was so exciting.
It's a very
But
cool feeling
it
to
is.
be involved with stuff like that.
Yes, yes. And
It-
then they won. It was just like, it couldn't have gone better. I don't know.
It makes me happy.
Yeah.
Good for
They,
you.
they did have some really good chants. Now I'm gonna do a quick little thing that you did to
Please
some
don't bark
people.
again.
Well, no, we're not. The barking's done.
The barking's
What was
done.
your Emily May's favorite chant of
Keeping
the
it
evening?
PG.
Well, you can go non-PG, but you can just, like you said, just
Yeah,
use
no.
different words than curse words.
My favorite would have been like the goalie's name on the other team was Farquist, or last name, so they would say "F you, Farquist," but all in unison for like 4 minutes straight.
The
But
FUs were running wild.
yeah, and
in
then
that
there was
student
an
section.
FU Walker, one of the players.
Yeah.
See,
Yes,
I don't
like
really
right
cooking
behind
'em.
the net.
I don't get that because if the goalie hasn't saved any goals, then the goalie is precisely already not doing their job. So,
You should be thanking them. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Farquhar.
Yeah.
Well, and then when he got off, because they took him off in the third period because we were winning and there was
Yeah.
like 5
Pull the
minutes
goalie,
left.
man. You got to score some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they took him off and all the students went, "Where did Farquist
Oh.
go? Where did Farquist go?"
Crowd
and it
chants
just
are
made
fun.
it made me laugh so much. But there were a lot of unique, creative ones that I would have never thought in my lifetime I'd hear that loud, being
Le-
screamed that loud.
Leave it to drunk college kids, man. That's
To
where it's
come up
at.
with
You've
these
never been to
insane-
Boston.
That's
True.
another level. Yeah.
Don't know if I want to now.
They can get some pretty nasty
Your
chants
words you
going.
didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things get pretty greasy. So off to Natties we go.
Mm-hmm.
Go Huskies go. That's very, very exciting. I saw the women's basketball also.
Yes, and I think, yeah, the women's basketball team.
Moving on.
Moving
Going
on.
to Natties.
Yeah.
Couple of
They also go to
representatives.
Ottawa for that?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Basketball must be somewhere. They can't have two different nationals.
I mean, if
at the
they
same
do,
time.
it might be time to book a ticket. You know what I mean?
That'd be
It's
a
like,
fun trip.
A double win.
Very,
yeah.
very fun trip.
Go see it all.
So that's your local sports update because we are hyper local here. And the voice of Saskatoon continuing to prove so. Thank you
Yes.
to Emily May in the stands for the Huskies' big weekend on the ice. I always want to call it Rutherford. It's always going to be Rutherford to me, but it's Merlis Belcher.
I
Merlis
met him this
Belcher.
weekend. He was there.
Mr. Rutherford?
No, Mr. Belcher.
Oh, Mr. Belcher. How
He
did
was
that
there.
go?
Well, because I felt really bad. Someone had parked in, so he is a designated spot, right?
I
A
should hope
parking
so
spot.
if named after him.
But he didn't drive himself. So we, like, in the booth, we have to announce if someone's parked in the wrong spot.
Oh, yeah.
So
or
we
left
got
your
a
lights
license
on or
plate.
any of that?
Yeah, we got a license plate to just announce to move. And they came up to the booth. They're like, "We parked in the Merlis Belcher spot reserved for Merlis Belcher. This is Merlis Belcher. I brought him." And we had to be like, "Oh, yeah, that's fair.
As you
guys
were.
are allowed
As
to park
you
there."
were. Yeah.
So I had to send them to the
Jeez.
ticket booth to be like, "This is the man
Oh,
who
dude.
spotted it."
If I was Mr. Belcher, I would have walked out so fast and said, "Let's try this again." I
Let
feel
me
like we're not
restart.
acknowledging what's going on here.
I know, and I'm just like, that's the man that
The
gave
name.
the money,
The
the name for
name.
this place.
That's crazy.
Guy can't even get respect.
Just wants to park a
He
car
just
without
wants
getting
to
hassled
park.
for it, you know? It's literally got his name on the stall, but
It was just funny because I finally got to meet him. I never would have unless
That's
he
very
didn't
cool.
come to that door.
very,
So,
very cool.
Yeah.
Dragon, why don't you go ahead, and we're just going to switch gears here a little bit and tell us about the latest episode coming up for the viewing room with
Tomorrow.
Adam and Ethan. Yes, you did it.
Tomorrow.
You did a hell of a movie, and I want you to say it out loud here. So Ryan, network
We
Ryan
did
can
the
hear.
Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
We didn't do the Lord of
Are
the
you,
Rings.
are you not a
song.
Big Lebowski fan, Ryan? Clearly.
Ryan's not a big movie guy.
I know, but the Big
Uh,
Lebowski transcends.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, girl.
You haven't scrolled past the Hallmark Channel in 10 years. So I don't can't really talk.
I forgot about that. She
You're
does
gonna
like
come
the
with a
Hallmark.
comeback, but you didn't. You just
The
like
Hallmark.
You're like, how'd you know? Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it
I
the
know
Hallmark
what you
the
watch.
Hallmark channels, and it was the there was another Housewives, the
Yes.
OG Housewives.
Desperate Housewives.
That's what she
yeah.
was. Or Desperate Housewives.
not
yes.
even like the Real
No.
Housewives, Desperate
Desperate.
Housewives. That's the kind of TV you watch.
That's
I
it.
have no idea what this is. So I'll watch your episode tomorrow and I'll find out
Big
if it's worth it or
Lebowski.
not.
The Big Lebowski is one of the most underrated movies out there. It's got
Underrated.
such a cult following. Yet you jabronis don't even like it.
I like it.
You did like it? LB didn't like it.
No, he liked it.
No
I give it a
spoilers
7.5
for
out of
tomorrow's
10.
That's
Hey,
pretty darn good. LB and I were talking earlier before you got here today, and he was voicing his not displeasure, but he wasn't overwhelmed by the movie in any way.
Got here before he did today.
Did you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I got here before Adam did today, and then we walked in together.
Yeah, you were together.
Yeah.
Checks out. You were here for that conference. The point of the story doesn't
Adam
change.
enjoyed it. Adam enjoyed it.
He told me that because the whole thing came up that he says I'm like the dude from the movie The Big Lebowski,
Yeah.
and I said, yeah, it's a pretty freaking awesome movie. He's like, he gave me one of those.
Well, that doesn't mean you didn't like it.
If,
I think you just
If
overhyped.
I-
I think you overhyped.
if I
it. You got a little
ask
excited.
you, Dragon,
You
if
got a
I
little
say
excited.
let's go out on a date tonight, and you go,
No.
what does that mean to you?
If you ask like that, then yeah, we're not going on.
I better show up with flowers first.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I'm with you. Yep.
But like, you can't be like The Big Lebowski, like that is like the #1 classic movie of all time, and expect someone to be like,
There's a lot of people that do
Right,
say that.
I'm just
It's
saying-
crazy. This is what I mean by cult following. It's like a
I
beloved
think
film.
I think it was a nice, fun film, and I think I would watch it again, and I can see why people enjoyed it. In
Loves that rug, man.
comparison-
He loves that rug.
it brought together the whole place.
It's amazing. That's what the writing is
Um,
unbelievable. Anyway, continue.
In terms comparison,
Yep.
which is The Thief of Pleasure, or
The Thief of Pleasure.
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Uh,
Is that like a movie?
It's not the strongest Coen Brothers film.
Oh.
You know the phrase "comparison is the thief of joy."
Yes.
Pleasure.
I'm with you.
I think the Coen Brothers have better movies, and I feel like while the writing is super funny and creative with The Big Lebowski, especially I can't stop laughing about how the door opens the other way
Oh.
after he barricades. It's so funny. I
Those little
think
things.
that the Coen Brothers have had some better works, and that while it's still a great movie, I can't say it's like one of the best Coen Brother movies or one of the best comedy movies of all time, because I just think like there's so much better out there.
Do you think it's a generational thing? I was trying to fight for that to LB. I was like, man, this movie.
No, I don't
It
think
was
there's a lot of
huge
there's a
for
lot
us.
of pop culture or generational humor in it. I wouldn't go down that path. It's not like something like
Not like outdated.
it's not like what's it called with Mike Myers?
Austin Powers.
Not Austin Powers. It's not like what's it called?
He has a lot of movies. So I Married an Axe Murderer.
The one that why can't the
Love Guru.
What We Do?
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. Oh my god, I can't remember the name. It's not like Wayne's World. I couldn't remember Wayne's World.
I can't believe I had to name that
What
many
We Do.
shitty movies before we got to that. Dude.
No, sorry. I don't know why I had a massive brain for it
all
there.
good.
I just think in comparison, there's not a lot of like generational like humor there. Like I definitely think it's kind of more like not all ages, but like I don't know. Like
Can I
it's
say
just-
something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I've never seen this movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But being me, when did this movie come out?
98.
Yes, okay. Part of this cult following, I think maybe it's one of those movies that at the time, people thought it was great. As we evolve, it's a good movie, but now that we've got, better things, it's harder to see it that way. But because when they first watched it, it was that moment of this is amazing. Like I have movies I used to watch as a kid that I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I show people now, they're like, Emily, this
What
movie
the hell
sucks.
is this?
I feel
But
like
I have that connection to it, so I think it's
That's it.
amazing.
That's it.
And part of me wonders if maybe that's it.
the general consensus that I've read online is that a lot of people actually found they liked it more the more they've watched it.
Yeah.
So I
Oh.
You notice
I
more of the
don't
little.
feel like
things.
it's
There's a lot of
I-
empty stuff.
yeah, I don't feel like it's losing its touch. I feel like people are just like finding, oh yeah, I really appreciated that actually. But I don't know. I don't think it's like an age thing or a generational thing because I feel like all the humor in it is not outdated, really. Like none of it really feels outdated.
How much money did it bring in? You remember?
48 million.
So it really wasn't a huge box office. hit
20,
either.
15 million budget and like 50 million gross. Roughly.
Made a little money.
Yeah.
Not bad. The Jesus Rolls. I was talking to guys about this before.
Yes.
A spin-off from The Big Lebowski. I thought it was still in production. It came out in 2019. I have a movie I have to watch now. 20% on Rotten Tomatoes, 4.4 out of 10 on IMDb. My kind of movie. Overview says, hours after his release from prison, Jesus Quintana pairs up with fellow misfits Petey and Marie for a freewheeling joyride of petty crime and romance.
Is it Jesus or Jesus?
They say both in the movie.
Oh, do they actually?
Yeah, and he's like
Oh.
one of their, he's their rival in the bowling alley.
Mm.
And he's one of like the iconic characters from the movie. Obviously, he got his own spin-off, so it's clearly a pretty big deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you want to know who he is, this might be able to put into terms for you. In the movie, Adam Sandler's movie, where he becomes a billionaire, Mr. Deeds, thank you. Jesus is the butler for Mr. Deeds. Sneaky, sneaky, sir. Remember, very sneaky? Remember that? That's him. That's Jesus. You guys remember Mr. Deeds at all?
I don't remember
Yeah.
Click.
That was on the other day. I had to
And-
move past it. It's way too emotional. I hate that movie.
And all the famous. That's the only one that Adam Sandler movie that ever got
It's way
nominated
too
for an
emotional.
Oscar.
'Cause-
Really?
Yeah.
Only one Adam Sandler movie has ever been nominated. For
And
an
he even tried. He tried on that diamond heist one. Everyone said he was amazing, and no one would give him any credit.
What diamond?
Like blood diamonds or something. I don't know.
Oscar.
Something
I
about.
forget. Yeah.
But you know what I'm
I
talking
thought
about.
Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison or something.
That's
would
what I mean.
apply.
Stop trying to be something you're not, dude. You
Yeah.
don't have to be a serious actor.
Because
But apparently
everybody
people love that
loves
movie.
him.
Yeah, he's
Like
the guy.
he's probably
I
the
think
one
he's a good
actor
actor.
that no one doesn't like. You know.
There has been a recent surge of people saying, "I can't stand Adam Sandler." All his, it's the
Why?
AC/DC argument. All of his movies are the same.
They are. But
It's
that's okay.
all of these people that just don't want to acknowledge good things.
I think Adam Sandler
Tear down the
proved
world.
to the world that
Yeah.
not only is he a good comedy actor, he also has range and can do dramatic
Dude,
roles.
it's the Nickelback syndrome. People are sick of him constantly putting out stuff, so they just want to poop on it.
No, I think people are. I think sometimes people are a little bit. Just,
Thank you. Uncut Gems is what
I
it's
think
called.
sometimes people. I thought there was a basketball one.
Uncut Gems?
What was the basketball one that he did?
Yeah, that's a cartoon.
No, there was a different
No,
one. He did like
dodgeball one or basketball?
I forget.
No, Dodgeball was Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, Hustle was
There
the
you
basketball.
go.
Yeah.
You can dodge wrench. You can
Anyways,
dodge
I
ball.
think people are a little. I think people might be a little tiny salty that like he is like a jack of all trades.
And he's like a normal celebrity. He's not like
Hold on.
out there
Are you telling
dressing
me
up and stuff.
that people that are
looks like you.
jealous are what, handsome?
Exactly. Walking down the street, probably exactly like that. If
No,
you could.
maybe
And
jealous wasn't
and
the
people
nice word.
love that.
Thank you for not laughing too much when I said handsome.
I think whether you like him or not, you have to give
You
him.
have to respect him.
There's some base level respect when like, wow,
All I'm
he's
hearing is that
really good.
there's haters because
Because he's so good.
they're jelly.
Well, and I don't even think jealous is the right word because
They're annoyed that it wasn't them
I-
who came up with this idea first.
Sounds like
it's
jelly
just,
to me.
It's just like when you don't like someone,
hmm
I think it's easy for a lot of people to ignore the facts that are good just to pursue all the bad things. And I think sometimes you have to realize that, like, hey, it's not all black and white. It's not all good and bad. Maybe if you don't like Adam Sandler's comedy movies, maybe you could understand that, hey, maybe he actually is a good drama like actor. And I think he's proven that he is. And I think, you know what I mean? I think it's
I'm
goes
with you,
for
dude.
100,000 people, billions of people in the world. Like, you know, just because you don't like someone doesn't mean you can't like separate the art from the artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he said, like, you don't hear those stories of him being a piece of shit either. Like everyone has. I got
Quite the
a
opposite,
buddy
yeah.
who was working at a golf course in L.A. and Adam Sandler was golfing on the course, and he was just driving by, and then like they stopped, and Adam Sandler stopped, talked to him. They talked about movies and life and stuff, And like the nicest guy that gave him a cigar, he's like, here you go, buddy. Now you can tell your friends that you smoked a cigar with Adam Sandler. And he just left. Like he's just like, he's aware. It's like the Bill Murray thing where you always hear stories about him showing up like wedding parties and stuff. He just goes out there as a man of the people. So go out there and hang out with the people. I think that goes a long way in sort of debunking any bad press that you hear.
Doesn't think he's better than anyone.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love that. Is that okay, Dragon? I would love
Yes,
for
I
you to
would
do that, or
love
else we'll be here all night. For the viewing room, his name is Dragon. New episode tomorrow. Spatial awareness. We love you. That's why we're always looking out for you. All the time as we get set to wake up old Frankie. There we out of here. Wait. Is it going? Well, it's not coming in my eardrums. That's okay. I believe you. It's probably just got something changed out. Either way, this will be good. Yeah, don't explode my eardrums. It's all good. Just let me know when we got like 20 seconds. Right now? No. Has it been running that long? Really? I only got 20 seconds left? Okay, I guess.
Just wasted like 10 of them. Asking.
Yeah. Emily May, check her out. Emily May is all up in your business, in the stands host. She is the reason the Huskies are going to Nationals. We're so pumped. She got everyone pumped up in that Merlis Belcher building. And because of that, they are victorious. So they are off to Nationals. That's what we're going to do. Women's basketball as well. Thank you to you for hanging out. It's always a pleasure. Huge fan, and hopefully we'll get to meet again here very soon. Network Ryan, thank you for updating us on your Edmonton trip. Dragon, thank you for always being you, my sweet, beautiful Dragon. If you want to get in touch with us, contact at dufferinave.com. That is the email. If you've got some sales ideas or some creative ways to promote your business, we are here to help. Let us know. Just send us a quick email. And Dragon and the rest of our team here will be all over. 1, 2, 3. See you later. God, we also have a website real quick. Here it comes. Royal Anders made it. That's how you know it's good. Dufferinav.com. 1, 2, 3. See you later. Man, that looks cool, hey? And with that, we bid you adieu. Oh, you got a laugh cam.
I was just laughing in the
The
corner.
Emily May laugh cam. We'll be back tomorrow. It is our All Out of Angst podcast day. So Uncle Mike from all the natural products I'm at from all the bands will be in the house, and we will continue to do all the awesome stuff we always do here. As well, Viewing Room, new episode tomorrow. Check it out, The Big Lebowski. Until then, remember, karma is very, very, very real. If you do good things, they will start happening to you. This place is a perfect example of that. Help us help you, okay? Have an amazing rest of your Monday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.